Self-admitted racist, misogynist, homophobe, and anti-Semite Nick Fuentes is being doxxed, stalked, and attacked, all leading him to use force against elderly ladies and then seek refuge at another elderly lady's house, his mom's. And today I gotta talk about all of this debauchery, but before I do, hey, hi, hello, welcome to The Art of Slop. My name is Dan Frampton. Nick Fuentes is probably the most evil person with a platform online, but doxing is never okay. With that being said, what's done is done, and I'm just here to make fun of the guy and mock the situation that his hateful rhetoric has found himself in. Press like, hit subscribe, and comment within the first 3 hours, and you'll be in the 3-hour gang. So if you're not familiar with who Nick Fuentes is, he is a extremely far-right podcast host, I guess you'd call him. He leads very hateful rallies against everybody that isn't a white man, okay? He's proudly racist, proudly misogynistic, and after the election, it led to him tweeting this right here: "Your body, my choice, forever." Which is a pretty extremely disgusting thing to be tweeting out there, especially because it's this like worm Nick Fuentes. And this kind of disgusting rhetoric is evil enough as it is, but this kind of stuff is infecting the minds of people out there. But this tweet blew up, okay? 93 million views on this thing, which all led to him trending, and he loved it. So he posted a screenshot of the trending tab saying, "Thank you." Like, this guy is so cartoonishly evil that you think that he's playing a character. You think that this is satire because of just how much over the line it is and how specifically evil he is. But nah, this guy is certainly for real. This post blew up so much and made so many people so very, very angry that it led to him getting doxxed. Now I'm gonna pull up the next page here. It contains his docs on it, so I'm gonna censor it so it's not on my channel. But the Twitter mob is just posting it and reposting it and sharing it willy-nilly, which I also think is not right. Don't stoop to his level. But anyway, here it is. It's a Google Maps review of his house, which reads: Nicholas J. Fuentes' house. Public bathroom, open 24/7, 1 star. Incels home, apartment building, 2.7 stars with 23 ratings. 2.7, that is such a high rating. His body, our choice, no reviews, tourist attraction. Your home, our choice, hostel, 1 star, 6 reviews. So his address is out there. There are other angry people on the internet that have decided to take it to the next level. A few days ago, images of the incident I'm about to show you hit the internet, but we didn't see the full video until yesterday, which is why I waited until today to make this video, because I knew this full video would be here. This video is of a lady showing up to Nick Fuentes' house and how he responded to the entire situation. And now this thing is what's dominating the conversation online right now.
Hi. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
That is an insane video. Holy smokes. I almost need to go frame by frame with that because it's so much information. Okay, it starts with her ringing the doorbell, and then Nick Fuentes comes out. Here he is. It looks like he's got something in his hand. He's very pissed off looking.
Hi.
She says hi.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Oh my God, what are you doing? It's hard to see what happens here, but this is her phone that she's filming with, right? It takes a tumble, hits the ground full force.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nick Fuentes yells at her, "Get the fuck out of here." Then it looks like Nick Fuentes comes and grabs her phone, takes it inside, throws it on the ground, and this is the most horror movie super villain shot I've ever seen in my life, of Nick Fuentes closing the door and then looking down menacingly, sinisterly at the phone. And the ambience of him locking all those locks. Holy shit. That is so crazy. What a clip. Don't be like that lady. Don't show up at his house. That is nuts. That is crazy behavior. Don't fight crazy with crazy. But the conversation is right now, can Nick Fuentes be charged with assault for that incident? And here's my take on the matter, okay? If you just pepper spray and knock over somebody that just comes and knocks on your door, yeah, that's assault, okay? Clearly. Oh yeah, I believe he pepper sprayed her too. You can't really see it in that video, but that was what was going around. Either way, you can't open your door and attack somebody for ringing your doorbell. But here's the nuance in this situation. She was there off the information that came from a dox. And I think posting somebody's private information is bad. Okay? Hot take. And then using that information, that ill-sought information, to then show up to someone's house, kind of fucked up. And then on top of that, to do that while filming it, you're clearly doing this for attention and clout and to like appease the Twitter mob. And that's just cringe. That's some real Johnny Somali type behavior if I've ever seen it. But all that being said, extremely pathetic for Nick Fuentes to open the door and immediately attack this elderly lady, okay? If he saw from the window that this was just some crazy person coming to the door, he didn't need to answer the door. Instead, he answered the door and attacked her, which is kind of a crazy move. So I'm not gonna argue with people that are saying that this is assault, because it is kind of a crazy thing to do. But literally, everybody is f***ed up and wrong in this situation. There are no sides to take. This is the horseshoe theory being acted out in real time. The right is so far right, the left is so far left that they're basically the same kind of crazy. They're fighting crazy with crazy and kind of just making a joke out of their political ideologies, which is the exact opposite of what they want. They want to be taken very, very seriously. They're very militant about how serious they are, but they're just coming across like clowns and goofballs. There were rumors going around that they burned his house down using the dox, but I don't think that that's true. I can't find any information on that. And I don't know if this is verified or what's actually going on here, but the drama news that is circulating on Twitter right now, all the rumor and innuendo, is this right here. I just saw a woman on TikTok who knows Nick Fuentes' mother say that due to the doxing, he's currently staying with his mother at her home. Got doxed for his hatred of women, and a woman is helping him through it. A woman is where he ran for safety. Now, if that's true, that would be highly ironic. That is just like Andrew Tate getting into that car after being released from prison and being driven by a woman. And now there are people that grew up with Nick Fuentes and that know Nick Fuentes' mom all coming to the internet with their stories of their family and the crazy stuff that they've been doing throughout Nick's entire life. He's always been a very weird boy. Not gonna get into all the stories, but there is a Nick pooped his pants story out there. And there's also a Nick tried to get everybody high with weed. They all turned him down because of how much of a loser he is, and then that made him go on this big anti-weed kick afterwards. Dude's just always been a loser. Always been a little bit of a freak, and now that he has a platform, he is just saying the most hateful stuff that you could possibly say. Oh, and by the way, Donald Trump had dinner with this guy a little while ago, and so did Kanye West. Remember all those anti-Semites? That's the world we're gonna be living in soon, bro. How sweet it is. Jesus Christ. So America, I salute you. You're gonna have a hell of a time over the next couple years. It is gonna get crazy down there. If you ever want to talk about it, I'm here for you. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next upload, watch another upload. Okay, take care and have a good one.